And a Fox News alert is we are learning precious little more about a possible active shooter in El Paso, Texas. The police there tweeting out asking people to stay away from a local mall. The NBC affiliate reporting that this is at a local Walmart. Sometimes those things can be one and the same in terms of the area. And with that, we bring in former D.C. police detective, Fox News contributor Ted Williams. Ted, in these situations where we have these sort of very sketchy initial reports, active shooter can mean the same thing as somebody heard a couple of gunshots. It can also mean somebody going on a rampage. But as Jillian and I were talking earlier, the response now from police departments tends to be the same: send the cavalry and then pull back.
Absolutely, Leland and Jillian. That is the protocol now, is for when you have an active shooter like this, is to actually move in. Certainly you've got a cadre of first responders, meaning that you have law enforcement officers as well as ambulances services that are moving into that area. What is happening at this stage are twofold. One, law enforcement who are very much in the El Paso, Texas area. These are highly trained law enforcement officers, and they've trained for these kinds of events. So they are setting up a perimeter there. But also what is going on, Jillian and Leland, is that they are also monitoring social media sites, or trying to get as much information from perhaps either employees or if it's centralized at the Walmart in that shopping center, as well as customers.
It's amazing how in these active shooter situations and when people hear gunshots, so often they tweet about it rather than calling 911. As we're looking in terms of where this mall is, it is only a couple of miles, it appears, from the U.S.-Mexico border, sort of between the border and El Paso International Airport, along a major interstate there, I-10. And you've got all sorts of not only this mall, the Vista Mall, but then also a movie theater and then a number of the big box stores along the way. How complicated is it for Ted when police start getting 911 calls from an area that large? I hear gunshots. It could be at any one of these stores. It can be inside. It can be outside. It can be in the parking lot. It's got to be complicated, much more complicated to respond to that than simply shots fired at a house.
Absolutely, Leland. You're very spot on there. It is a hodgepodge of confusion that normally goes through. But what we have are pretty well trained dispatchers in these police units. And these dispatchers are trained to try to ferret out the great deal of confusion and a lot of noise, and to be able to get intelligent information to first responders at these sites as to actually what is going on.
All right. Well, as of 16 minutes ago, the El Paso Police Department saying that the scene is still active, although not in terms of letting us know what that means in terms of obviously the scene being active, but whether they have contained or figured out what happened, if anything, and they go from there. Ted, we're going to move on a little bit from this and wait till we get some more information, and then if things turn worse, which so often we fear and have to fear in situations like this, they do, we'll bring you back, sir.
My pleasure.
All right, good talking to you.